Welcome to another video from 55 Degrees North, your source for in-depth stories from across the northeast. Today we're looking at a major piece of Tyneside infrastructure that thousands rely on every single day, but which is now raising some serious questions. The Redheugh Bridge has cracks, crumbling concrete, drainage failures and debris falling from its structure, and councillors are calling for urgent action. So just how serious is the situation? Where do the repairs stand? And what does this mean for everyone who uses the bridge? Let's break it all down. Opened in 1983, the Redheugh Bridge is the westernmost of the 7 central crossings of the River Tyne, carrying tens of thousands of vehicles every week. It's a crucial connection between Newcastle and Gateshead. Commuters, emergency services, public transport. This structure supports the region's daily life. But like many structures built in the 20th century, its concrete and support systems are beginning to show the strain of time, weather and heavy use, and recently the signs have become too serious to ignore. So let's look at what the inspectors actually found. The most immediate concern has been spalling concrete. That means areas where the concrete is cracking, flaking or breaking off completely. 2 sections of the Newcastle side have shown significant deterioration. Because of the risk of falling debris, a public car park beneath the northern approach has been fenced off, and another area of concern was discovered within a private network rail car park. And it doesn't stop there. Engineers also found cracks on the western face of the bridge, ongoing drainage issues and structural damage caused when an HGV overturned during high winds last year. The accident raised further questions about the resilience of the bridge's pedestrian barriers and safety features. Now here's the big question: is the bridge still safe to use? Consultants advising both Newcastle and Gateshead councils have said they haven't identified any major safety concerns so far. The bridge is still open, and if there was immediate risks, it would be closed. But councillors are not entirely reassured. Liberal Democrat Pauline Allen stressed that safety is not something we can be careless about, and she questioned why the progress hasn't been quicker. She pointed out that after reports last year highlighted the need for maintenance, the public expected faster action, and Labour councillor Alex Hay agreed, calling for regular updates and urging that repairs to be prioritised. Given the most recent closure of the Gateshead flyover, many fear a pattern of ageing infrastructure, rising repair costs and delays that could worsen long-term risks. So what's actually happened? Are the councils taking action? In August, specialist consultants conducted a principal inspection during a full-day closure. Teams assessed the structural integrity, photographed areas of concern and completed some early repairs, including drainage fixes and replacements for damaged pedestrian barriers. But the real in-depth inspection, the one that determines how serious the concrete failures are, is still underway, and the final phase will happen during an overnight closure scheduled for January 2026. Let's talk money, because that's a big part of the delay. The councils have set aside a provisional £1 million for repairs, but they're clear that's only an estimate. The actual repair bill could be higher once the inspection results come back. Because costs are shared based on population, Newcastle will pay 60% and Gateshead 40%, and both councils want all the issues, the concrete spalling, the drainage problems and any new findings bundled into one single repair contract. The Redheugh Bridge isn't the only structure along the Tyne facing closer scrutiny. In fact, this situation has triggered a wider review of several key crossings across the region. Gateshead Council has confirmed that inspections are also planned for the A695 Scotswood Bridge, the A695 Blaydon Viaduct and the Gates and Millennium Bridge in the coming months. These bridges vary hugely in age, design and construction, from heavy-duty concrete viaducts to modern steel and cable structures, but they all share one thing in common: they're exposed every day to weather, traffic loads and long-term structural stress. Years of heavy traffic, water ingress, freeze-pour cycles and strong winds all take their toll. Engineers say it's essential to take a coordinated, preventative approach rather than waiting for visible failures to appear. The closure of the Gateshead flyover last year is still fresh in people's minds. That incident highlighted just how quickly infrastructure problems can escalate and how disruptive emergency closures can be for residents, commuters and local businesses. By inspecting multiple bridges now, councils hope to spot early warning signs, plan repairs more efficiently and avoid sudden shutdowns that could paralyse transport across the region. It's about staying ahead of the problem, catching small defects before they become major safety risks and ensuring the Tyne's crossings remain open, safe and reliable for years to come. The Redheugh Bridge is a lifeline for thousands of people every single day, and while engineers say there's no immediate danger, the cracks, crumbling concrete and drainage issues clearly show that the structure needs some serious attention, and soon. This story isn't just about one bridge, it's about ageing infrastructure across the North East, how it's maintained and how quickly action is taken where safety concerns are raised. I'd really like to hear from you. Do you use the Redheugh Bridge regularly? Have you noticed any issues yourself? Or do you think the councils should be moving faster with repairs and inspections? Leave a comment below. I do read them, and your experiences and opinions really add to the conversation. And if you've liked this video, please give it a massive thumbs up as it really helps the channel grow. And if you've not already done so, please consider subscribing to 55 Degrees North and hit that bell notification when I release more videos. A massive thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time right here on 55 Degrees North.